Let's build an application using JavaScript and Google Map API. And the application is called Location Finder on a Map. So for this, if I enter a location, for example, Ghana Police Headquarters, and if I click on that and click on Find Location, as you can see, it has given me the location on the map. And I can click one of these to know more details about this location, and I can click on the zoom to have the full screen. And let's say that I want to know more location about this. Then I'll click on that. And if I click on View on Google Maps, let's see. As you can see, it has opened the exact location with more details. And this is what we are going to build using JavaScript. So over here, I have already prepared the template for you, and that is the HTML and the CSS. And the next step is that we need to have an account with Google. And that is to get API keys for the Google Map API. So first step is that go to cloud.google.com and then make sure to log in with your Google account and then click on console. After that, it will take you to your dashboard. So next step is that you need to create a project. So for this, I have an existing project called Macentech. So I'm going to create one, so I'll click on this drop down and then click on New Project. And for this one, I'm going to provide the name of this project, and I will say Google Map Demo. And then I'll click on Create. Now I got the notification that the project is ready. So I'll click on Select Project. And as you can see, it has been selected. The next step is that unless we connect this project with our billing account. So I'll click on this hamburger icon and then click on billing. And for me, I have already set up my billing account. So to create a new account, click on this drop down and then click on Manage Billing Account. And then you can go ahead and create a new billing account for your project in case you don't have any billing account. For me, I have it, therefore I'm going to cancel it. And the next step is that we need to enable the Google Map API. So click on APIs and Services and click on Enable APIs and Services. And I have to select my project. So here I'm going to select the Google Map Demo. Over here, it says that you don't have any APIs available to use yet. So I'll click on Enable APIs and Services. And here what we want is called Maps JavaScript API. And I'll click on Enable. And this is my API key, so I'll click on that. Make sure to secure your API key. For me, after this, I will remove it. So make sure to use your own API key. I will go ahead and copy this API key, and then back to my project, I'm going to place it inside this file. For the meantime, let's leave it as it is. Next step is that click on Go to Google Maps API platform. And over here, click on Maybe Later. And then click on Try It. So over here, we can test this API by providing some location like Ghana. And then if I hit enter, it's going to give me the same result. The next step is that click the map to drop. So for example, this one. And then I'll click on confirm. And this is the sample code for this location. But for this one, we want to make it more dynamic. And that is allowing a user to enter a location than to use this static code. Over here, what we want is the script tag. So I'm going to copy this and then back to the code. I'm going to place it here as that. And I'm going to remove this, and here let's pass in the API key. And it goes like this: HTTPS, and we have question mark and the key. So here I'm going to remove this up to the end symbol, and I'm going to remove that and place the key. Now we have the script to be used. So here I'm going to cut it, and then back to my HTML. Over here I'm going to place it below our custom JavaScript. Now let's preview to make sure that it has been connected with that. So I'm going to open the console and then click on network. And let me refresh it. As you can see, we have this link from Google Map API, and the status code is 200, meaning that it has been configured successfully. Now we are done with that. So let's focus on our custom logic. So over here, let's see the structure. I have linked the CSS and likewise the JavaScript. And then let's focus on the JavaScript. Over here, let's see the roadmap or the steps. Step number 1 is that we're going to have global variables to hold the map and the search box instances. So let me say this is step number 1. Step number 2 is that we are going to create a function to initialize the map. So here as function to initialize the map. So here as step number 2. And then step number 3 is that we are going to create an event listener for the find location button click. So here as event listener. To make sure that our script has been connected to the HTML, I'm going to elect something like connected. And let's see the preview, and indeed it has been connected. So now I can close these guys and let's focus on our custom code. So here, let me remove this and let's have the functions. So first of all, I'm going to create this function by saying initialize map. And down here, we are going to select the button. In this case, find location. This is what we want to apply the event listener. And that is, as soon as a user click on this, we are going to fire that event. So here, I will say document dot get element by ID, and the ID is find location, and here I'm gonna add event listener and then pass in the event type, and that is click. And the second argument, I'm gonna pass in the callback function. So here I'm going to console log by saying that button clicked. Well, I think this one's supposed to be under this, and this one's supposed to be under this. And here, let's declare the global variable as map, comma, and then the search box. So let's try out to make sure that it has been connected. I will click on console and click on this, and the button has been clicked. So let's continue to finish the map initialization. Inside here, we're going to have a couple of steps. The first step is that create a new map inside the map div. So here the comment goes like this. After that, we are going to get the input element for the location search. And here is the comment. And lastly, we are going to create a search box linked to the input element. Alright, so let's begin with the creation of the new map inside the map div. Meaning that we are going to embed the map inside this particular div. And this is what you see in the demo project. And this is where we are going to embed the map. So let's continue. So over here, I will say map. Remember, we have already declared it here as map. It's equal to new. We are going to create instance of Google Maps. So here is equal to google.maps.map. The question is that where from this, and how can we have access to this? This is possible because we have already used the map script. So we have access to all the functions that this API provides us. So inside here, I'm going to use document dot get element by ID. Let me confirm one more time, and indeed it is a map. And then comma, we're going to have the object. Over here, we're going to provide some properties, and that is center. For this, it's going to be an object by providing the latitude and then the longitude. And this one will set the initial center of the map. In this case, if the user hasn't provided any location, we want to have some data to be displayed on the map. If I refresh it, now let's see. As you can see, this is what we have because of these properties. So here, latitude, and I'm going to provide minus 34.397. And then the longitude, which is 150.644. And the next one is going to be the zoom level. So by default, I'm going to use 8. The zoom level will determine by this. Let me show you here. If I click on this plus icon, this is the zoom level. Alright, so let's continue. So we are done with this. The next step is that let's get the input element for the location search. And we have it here as location input, which means that we want to grab what the user is typing in. So back here is going to be let input equal to document dot get element by ID, and the ID is called location input. And lastly, let's create the search box. So here we have the variable here. So it's going to be search box is equal to new google dot maps dot places dot search box. And then pass in the input. In this case, this one. So we are done with the map initialization. And this one will be called by the API itself. So now let's go ahead and implement the search. So inside here, we are going to retrieve the places matching the search query. So here I will say places is equal to search box dot get places. And here we are going to check. If no places were found, we need to exit the function. So here as if places dot length is equal to 0, then we are going to return. Otherwise, we are going to create a new latitude bounds object. So here as let bounds is equal to new google dot maps dot latitude longitude bounds. Next step is that we are going to iterate over each place found. So here places dot for each. And then inside pass in a callback function, and then we have access to the individual place as that. And inside here, if no geometry info is available for the place, we are going to log an error and then return. So here we will say that if you don't have places or place dot geometry. And the next step is that we are going to check if a viewport is available. We are going to use it to set the bounds. Otherwise, we are going to use the location. So here I'm going to use if here, and then place dot geometry dot viewport. In case we have one, we're going to use the bounds, the one that we got from this function call. On that, we have a method called union. And then I'm going to pass in the place dot geometry. We are going to use bounds dot extend. And as a function call, then pass in the place dot geometry dot viewport. And lastly, we are going to fit the map to the new bounds set by the search result. So here as map. Remember, we have it here as a map. And on that, we have a method called fit bounds. And pass in the bounds from here. With this one, save it and let's see. And let's open the console, and we got Google Maps.ma is not a constructor. Well, I think I made some typing mistake. It's supposed to be map. And let's fix this one also, and that is this line of code for the search box is going to be uppercase S. Now with this one, let's see. And we don't have any error, but we don't see the map being displayed. Why is it so? Simply because we are not calling this function, and this function will be called by Google Map. So let's get into the index, and this is where we are going to call that function. So for this one, we need to customize it. So up to the end and then the callback, which is this. I'm going to remove everything, and I'm going to append what is called libraries. And we are using the places feature. So here is going to be places, and then we're going to use the ampersand and bring in the callback, and then it's equal to our function as the init map. So pass in here as that. So now with this one, let's see the changes, and we have the map being displayed. And if I search for, let's say, India, now if I click on this and then find location, as you can see, we got the location, and I can zoom in and out to know more about this location. So guys, here ends this project. In case you found this project useful, then don't forget to subscribe. Catch you up in my next project.